So, folks, I wanted to share with you an interesting lesson I learned today about making dough. So, basically, I just used a whole bunch of, I was using leftover flours. I had a little bit of quinoa flour, I had a little bit of potato bread mix, I had some wheat flour, I had some chocolate chip gluten-free powder, and some all-purpose flour. And I just, sticking it all in there and creating it. And then I put some butter and I put some oil in there just because I wanted the buttery flavor in the oils because I thought the oil would help it stick less. But I hadn't added any water yet. And I also, even though a lot of these flours came with their own sweetener, I decided I'd go ahead and just experiment a little bit, and I added some jam, some apricot preserves, no sugar-free apricot preserves. But the reason why I'm making this video, you can actually see some of the apricot preserves in there. But the reason why I'm making this video is because look how liquidy and moist this is. I have not added any water. I have not added an egg, no water, no egg, just, maybe a quarter of a cup of preserves. And there was so much water, I guess, in the preserves that it pulled it all together, and maybe from, maybe a tiny, I just, let me tell you how much oil I put. I took the thing upside down and I went, real fast. And let's see, there was some butter on here. I maybe used a quarter of so this plate was covered with butter, and I maybe used a third of it, maybe a quarter of the butter that's in here. So butter, oil, and strawberry, hold on a second.
Hi, kitty.
Some apricot preserves. Just, sugar-free apricot preserves. I just wanted to show you that. I don't particularly like the brands, and so I'm not recommending any of these brands because I don't really like them. But I prefer you getting organic stuff. But if you do ever get jam, make sure it's always sugar-free. Sugar-free, organic jams.
It's amazing how much sugar people put in jams. It's like, why do you even... even bother putting
if you really need
added sugar in there?
Add your own sweetener in afterwards or some honey. But anyways, this is so liquidy that because I wanted actual dough to work with, I'm actually going to have to add more flour here. In fact, I'm going to have Eagle do that for us.
Hi.
Hi. So if you'll add some more flour. Just take it upside down and pick up the whole thing, and if you could actually let me get in there so I can see, I get an eyeball in there. Okay. Yeah, let's just dump this part in there, right there. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, and actually, can you take everything that's not in this bag, but in the other bag? So dump everything that's in the other bag in there. Get all that. Try not to make a mess onto the sink. Yeah, like that, like you just did.
Sink?
Countertop. Okay, can you put the other bag back in there, please?
Anyway,
Anyways, you can see that I added more. We added a little bit more flour, and all I'm going to do is just rotate it around because I'm trying to make it a little bit less.
Cover up.
Yeah, a little bit less moist.
Yeah.
But I'm just doing this because I want to be able to knead this dough later, and so I'm just picking it up just a little bit. And technically, I suppose you can let it sit for a while and do that, but here, you want to play with it?
I'm probably going to get my hands all dirty.
I hope your hands were clean. I should have asked you beforehand. Don't wet them now if you're going to have them thoroughly dry. Always try to have your hands thoroughly dry whenever you play with Play-Doh. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video real quick just so you could see why to be very, add in the water afterwards. Don't just follow what your ingredients say. Your ingredients say to add a certain amount of water, but it is something you really need to learn to add it in small increments, because no matter how much you try to follow a recipe, if you're on a different the humidity level, if you're in a different altitude, all of that's going to affect.
You're using a different brand of flour?
You're using a different brand of flour. It's all going to affect it, so it's not going to ever be exactly the same as the ingredients. So that's the reason why it's really important to learn how to cook without ingredients. The ingredients are just to give you...
Without ingredients list. You still have to have the ingredients, otherwise it means thin air.
But the idea is that being able to cook... The ingredients list is just a eyeballing of suggested amounts. That's the way you need to treat a recipe, because whoever made the recipe did it under very different conditions. The barometric pressure, the humidity, the type of flour they used, the type of oils they used. It's all going to be different. So, and as I said, look, and I kneaded it in there, and I ended up not having to add any water at all. If anything, I'm adding more flour. So,
pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I think that is really just really amazing. So, anyways, so just remember, you do not have to add water or liquids to your flour.
Works just fine without that.
Yeah, especially if you use jam.
This jam happened to be very liquidy compared to other jams, I think.
Or if you use any fruit. Like if I had a banana would have a lot of liquid in it. Or carrot. Or an apple.
Even other fruits besides watermelons. Actually, watermelons or melons.
Yeah, I was just defrosting some watermelons and use that in the
ones from
dough. Alright, anyways, ending this video.
Hi.
Stay tuned. Oh, subscribe and stay tuned to see what I end up doing with this dough. So I'm going to make a mango pie next, I think, probably. So stay tuned and subscribe and look for the next video. And I don't know if I'll actually post it, but
weird. Instead of there.
Yeah, that's the reason why we're gonna do other stuff.
That's quite nice, though.
It is a very nice. It's a very interesting.
This is. I wasn't expecting apricot.
Yeah, it's a flavor you're not expecting. That's the whole reason why. I like having surprise dishes.
I definitely recommend trying out new ideas and experimenting around with different materials around the house, so you can find out and make a new recipe, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Invent new bits of food and stuff. Yeah.
So we're going to try this out. So go find out the other video, subscribe, and please send $1 a month to patreon.com/KEK.
Help us have more ingredients.
And yeah, and just to share, and just to say you enjoy all the silliness that we do. Bye.
And as always, thanks for watching. Remember to just breathe.
And check your posture. Real fast, I just wanted to show you the dough. I've been kneading it, the one that I just had in the previous, was telling you about, where I added the water. And remember, I don't know if you saw how I had added the extra flour. And all I've been doing for kneading it is just pressing down a little bit and folding it over. And look, it's already ready for some more flour. I probably won't. This is a good consistency for me, but it's just showing you. Look how moist. I don't know if you can see the moisture in there. And this is no water. No water. All I added was jam for my sweetener. Preserves. All I added was some preserves for my sweetener. Sugar-free preserves. And look how amazingly wet this is. Alright, sugar-free preserves and a little bit of oil. A little bit of butter. Because butter makes everything taste better. Alright. I'm going to go try this out.